Monday, and it's time for us to talk technology. That means Luis Alvarez, CEO of the Alvarez Technology Group, is on the line with us. Good morning, Luis.
Good morning, Mark. How are you? How was your weekend?
You know, it was okay. So we were talking about skimming off the air earlier today, and the type of credit card skimming that we're all familiar with is where a piece of hardware is inserted into a credit card reading device, whether it happens to be pay at the pump gas stations or a credit card reader in a store, and then the hackers who've installed that use that to basically gather all the data that's available, and that's how they steal access to your accounts, whether it's your credit card or your debit card, personal information. Well, actually, once you find out that that problem exists, it's pretty easy to fix. You go into the credit card machines, you pull the skimming hardware out, start your investigation. Now there's a new type of skimming, which is insidious, very difficult to detect. It's called E-Skimming. How does it work, and why is it so insidious?
Well, this is the time of year that the bad guys really look forward to. The holidays are when we get a little bit less vigilant about our online activities, especially our online purchasing, because we're doing a lot of it this year more than ever, I'm sure. And so what they've done is they've created a way to inject a little bit of code, a little bit of programming on a website where people go to transact business, where you enter your credit card information, all that sort of stuff. And what this code does is not only does it let the transaction go through so that the user, the person making that transaction isn't aware of anything happening, it then sends all the information it's collected, credit card number, expiration date, special code, names, address, everything that you put into that screen gets transmitted to the bad guys, and then they're able to use that to go online themselves and start conducting business using your credit card. And this e-skimming, you would think, is something that maybe happens to smaller companies, you know, what we traditionally think as mom and pop shops that have their own websites. But no, this is happening to even notable websites by some of the biggest retailers, because the hackers are able to get in there using either phishing attacks to gain access to the back office, or using unsecured vendors who may not necessarily be doing the things they need to do. You know, the same old story. It's the link that they go after. And once they get in there, they're able to do a whole bunch of stuff.
So what's the best way for us to protect ourselves?
First and foremost, almost every credit card out there has the ability to be alerted to transactions in real time. So you get an email or you get a text. Many of them have apps where the application itself will tell you that there's a transaction going on, whether it's a Visa, a MasterCard, an American Express, whatever. You have the ability to track those transactions in real time. And that's the best way to make sure that any transaction is one that you want to have. Because if you see something that doesn't look legit, you can immediately contact the credit card company and have something done about it. The other thing is never use debit cards online. The reason is that unlike a credit card transaction where if there is fraud, consumers are protected up to $50 maximum cost. Anything else is absorbed by the credit card company or the retailer. With debit cards, that's not the case, because that money comes straight out of your bank account. And once it's gone, it's gone. The banks don't have the same policy. So if somebody gets a hold of your debit card information and drains that bank account, that money's gone forever.
So the important thing to do is only use credit cards online. Don't store them online so that they're there in a whole database of credit card numbers. Always enter the credit card every time you're going to shop. It's a little more of a hassle, but it's the safe way to go. And then make sure that you get a text alert anytime your credit card is being used so that you know that that's an authorization. I just completed that 5 minutes ago. If you don't know how to get those alerts sent to you, contact your credit card company, and the people in tech support can help you out. Luis Alvarez has been our guest. You can reach him at the Alvarez Technology Group. It's alvareztg.com on the web. At AlvarezTG is the Twitter handle. And Luis, the toll-free number for the I-Team.
Give us a call at 866-78-I-Team. That's 866-784-8326.